We're here to be gentle and enthusiastically take part. Yay, thank you. That's exactly what I want. I think it'll be fun. I have no idea how long this is going to last either. I think it could be a sort of 30-minute dealy, but it depends on what outcome you get. It depends on which path you choose, because that's entirely up to you. I've tried to keep this fairly simple. It's not that simple. There's about 7 different endings, just preparing you. There's like 7 different endings, and who knows where it's going to go. That depends on you guys. Yeah, there's 7. Yeah. Remember when I said for the first one, I'll just make it real simple? I'll just, make it as smooth and like easy as possible. Yeah. Yeah, it expanded into a bit more. How many do we die? That is the question that you will have to find out the answer for. I also didn't intend it to go a bit dark, so trigger warning here at the start that it is a bit spoopy. Some of the endings are a little yucky. And if you don't like yucky stuff, maybe either leave now or just mute yourself when it's coming up to the horrible bits. Okay, well, I think I will go through a few, not disclaimers, but some, not rules either, things you need to know before we go into this storytelling adventure, okay? So I wrote myself some notes. I wrote myself notes because I'm prone to forgetting stuff. It's going to be fairly simple for the most part. Makes notes. You may need notes, actually. You may, just for one particular part, but we'll see. That's a hint. For my notes, we have, first and foremost, work together. So you're going to be voting as a community. You get to choose together what the path is. Now, you can just vote whatever you feel like. If you're a lurker and you still want to vote, but you don't really want to be chitty chatty, you can vote whatever you like. Totally fine. If you feel like it, and I feel like we are the community to do this a little bit, if you want to chit chat to each other and make decisions together, that's also something that you can do. Definitely, there's only ever 2 choices, so there'll only ever be 2 ways to go. So this doesn't need that much discussion, but if you feel like that's how you want to play it, you're welcome to. We're trying out play styles here. We're figuring out how this thing is going to work. And I feel like that might be a nice thing to do if you're up for it. The poll function does lead nicely into that. The poll function is enabled so that if you're on a mobile device right now, you can still vote with your mobile. So a problem we had in the past was when we were using polls, if you use the Twitch polls, you can't do it on your phone, to my understanding. But with the poll that we're going to be using tonight, all you need to do is type a 1 or a 2 into chat, because there's always only 2 options. So 1 or a 2 in chat, first option, second option, they will be on the page as number 1 and number 2, like that. They won't say number 1 and number 2, but it'll be fairly easy to understand, I hope. But yeah, there will be 2 choices. Put 1 or 2 in the chat, and that is your vote solidified in there. The poll will show up on the screen as well. It'll be here in a nice little box, so you can keep an eye on how things are going as well. I think that is a better way of doing it than using Twitch's integrated notes 2 choices. Yes, please make sure you're writing down all of this blabber. I very much appreciate it. Oh, dice. So when you're playing this on your own, obviously, if you want to play it on your own, you can play it. It is already up on itch.io here for free. You can play with it if you want already, but we are going to do it together to begin with, so up to you what you want to do. But yes, when you are playing by yourself, you may need, well, you definitely maybe you may come across sections where you need a 6-sided die. So D6 is needed for some parts of the journey. Whether or not you come across those parts, that's a whole nother thing, but have a D6 prepared nevertheless. For tonight, I am prepared with a die that will fling up on screen when it comes to the dice sections. So you're welcome to roll your own dice as well, but this is the dice that we are going to be, let's test it. Okay, threes. Okay. We're in the midsection. That's the dice that we're going to be referring to for. It's so snazzy, right? It's cool, yeah. I kind of just want to use it, like even when we're not playing these games. I want dice to appear on screen. Okay, and I've already said Itch.io is already over here, so if you want to download it, or you have to leave early, or you're not into the whole group thing, this link will take you to the game itself. There's only one game up there right now, which is tonight's. And you're welcome to have a look at that. It may ask you to donate money. Please ignore it. I just put the donate on in case, someone rich and who has a ton of spare money to throw at people wanted to stumble across the story and throw me some money. But for you guys, it's free, especially since you're partaking tonight and helping me out. I really appreciate any feedback after this as well. But yeah, you can go get it for yourself if that's what you want to do. Okay, so I need to do some minor prep, and then I will be back. I will be back in mere minutes. One moment, please. Da da da. I'm now very bright. Welcome, friends. Hello. Let us turn the screen around so that we're less bright. Here we go. I'm going to blind you all evening. I am in my narration hood. We are in the spooky mood. There is nothing behind me. Definitely not a green screen that you can see in the corner. Welcome to the story for this evening. Ooh, we're setting the atmosphere. I'm sitting on a cloud because I don't know why, but I am. Okay, this is the story, my friends. Shall we get started? I shall just double check. Yes, we can get started. Okay, we ready? Where is my one last thing? She's so prepared. Organized. Okay. Turn your lights off. Yeah, get into it. Let's get dark, guys. Okay. There was once a small, quiet village bordered by a lush woodland. This forest was well renowned for its abundant foliage and tendency to be covered in a thick fog, leading to warnings about wandering too far into it. Everyone in the village knew that the forest was a tricky and surprisingly dangerous place that should not be underestimated. Many a fool had wandered into it due to pride or fun or perhaps desperation and had never been seen again. Some said it was not just the natural elements of the space that led to frequent disappearances, that something more menacing was at play. Folklore spoke of a population of fae who inhabited the woods, and there's a Kai behind me, and used the tricks of the forest to keep their home a secret. Any who happened to stumble across them would meet a gruesome end. Needless to say, Lee was well acquainted with skirting around the woods, having lived on the edge of it her entire life. Her small thatch-roof family home that housed her mother, father, and 5 sisters was the closest in the village to the woods. She had only ever taken a few steps into it in her 20 years of life, on a dare from the neighbour boy who himself would never dream of going in. Lee's mother had been alerted by the youngest daughter, Flo, and caught her as she pushed through the undergrowth towards the second row of trees. She screamed at her to return before she could push in too far. She couldn't blame Flo for ratting her out, but she was not at all pleased in the moment. Lee had remained curious of the woods in the years since those first few steps. She could have sworn she had heard a voice beckoning her in. Perhaps it was her imagination, but she was sure there was also a sliver of a hand that disappeared behind a tree in the distance. Flo, on the other hand, had been relentlessly teased as a rat from that moment forward. She had suffered and long since grown bitter at her siblings who had not let a small child's innocent decision go. Okay, I think we are prepared to begin the adventure. Flo, please calm down. You're overcome with madness for nothing. You and your sister are standing on the edge of the woods. Flo is standing on the precipice of a small opening in the trees leading into the fog and the thick foliage ahead. No, I point out the floors haven't been swept and you call me a rat. I see your skirt is lifted higher than usual and you call me a rat. I remember Mother asked for flour at the shops when you've forgotten and you call me a rat. It's a joke, relax. No, I will not. Flo stepped closer to the tree line, hesitating for a moment. She turned back to her sister. I'll show you and the others how mistaken you are. Here I became a rat, and here I shall undo that name. Don't, you call, but it's too late. Flo runs full pelt into the break in the trees and is immediately engulfed by the fog. No, Flo. Here we come to our first choice, my friends. You can choose 1 or 2, 1 being this first option, go in after her, and 2, leave her to her fate. This is how the whole story is going to go from here on. First is always number 1, second is number 2. I'm going to start the poll and you may vote. Enter your 1 or 2 in chat to vote. You're all so brave. I can sense the bravery in the chat. Of course we're going in after her. Bloody younger sisters. You guys are so brave. Oh, okay. We're going in. Finish poll. Okay, we're going in, guys. Ready? We're so brave. You know, you could have turned back, but here you go. Flo, come back, you call, but there is no reply. The woods are heavy with fog. You can feel an instant change in atmosphere. Let's change the atmosphere, shall we? As you enter them, a sudden confusion as to which way you came from. In your panic, you spin on your heels and trying to peer into the distance in each direction, but you can see nothing but green through the mist. Calm, you tell yourself, but the longer you dawdle, the further away your sister gets. Which option will you choose? Will you stop and listen for a moment? Or will you continue running to catch up? Make your decision. Not as simple as the last one. Oh, Greedy's going for it. Feeling calm and collected. Is there something to... What happens when you stop in the woods? Need a moment to reevaluate. You might plot armor. Yeah. We're all going to wait. So calm, so brave and so calm is what we're discovering. Hey, Magna. Feeling braver now and stood next to Greg. Yeah, it took Greggy to stand still for a second for everyone else to feel calm enough to relax. It looks like we're all standing still. Okay, very brave. Let me hide the poll. You've made your decision. There's no going back now. You're going to stop and listen for a moment. You need to take a moment to collect yourself before you decide. Oh, you decide. Sorry. You need to take. Let me refresh. Let's collect ourselves. You need to take a moment to collect yourself. You decide. Stopping to calm your breathing and gather your wits, you close your eyes and listen to the sounds around you. At first, you hear nothing but the gentle rustle of leaves as a slight breeze passes through the treetops above. But after a few moments, you hear whispering. It is not a comforting sound. The whispers are short and raspy. The sounds seem both right next to your ear and further into the woods to your left. Do you go towards the whispers, or do you make a run for it? Make your decision. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Magna, making a run for it. Oh, those whispers, those whispers. Oh, we're split. Wow, Counselling DM's feeling brave. Creaky, making a run for it. Oh no, split vote. Ashley coming in with the save. Wow. That was interesting. Putting that track training's to good use. No ghost kidding me today. Wow, we've got some brave people in the chat. I probably would have made a run for it, but this is up to you. Okay, we're going towards the whispers. The whispers get louder and louder, and you push through the bushes towards their sound. You feel shivers cascading down your spine as the raspy voice grows clearer. Come, come, sweet young one. Here you shall find my advice. Suddenly, a tall black, pointy hat appears in front of you. The mist encircles it, but doesn't seem to touch it. What will you do? Will you pick up the hat? Or will you go back to the safety, or not so safety, of your previous spot? Roasted shenanigans! Oh, wow, really brave. You're going for the shenanigans. Free accessory, who am I to say no to that? That's so true, Greg. I didn't look at that perspective. Very true. Touching strange black hats in the woods, 2024, 3. Oh, everyone's so brave, guys. I just, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Okay, I think we have our decision then. Find the pole. We're picking up the hat. Are we sure? You are intrigued. What is this hat and how is it connected to the voice? You step towards it and you cannot help yourself. You lift it up. From underneath the hat, emerging somehow from the space beneath, an old woman pops out and startles you so much that you fall back into a bush. She looks down at you and chuckles, then begins to share a rhyme. On this journey you may find many things to stray your mind. Bear my words as you travel forth, for this here forest shows no remorse. One who hides amongst the flowers will leave you be if you leave what's ours. But if you choose to take from there, then future past may be clear. At beauty you may turn your head, but hold fast lest your time should end. If you wait too long, then you may see the mist slowly encompass thee. At tale's end you'll find your treasure, but first a noble fae reads your true measure. Should she judge you to go free, be careful you do not go too hastily. Throughout your exploration you may hear a chitter-chatter here and there. The ones who call others unkind names may find in here they have attracted some fame. A journey is not complete without return, so be sure to memorize and learn. Though many have travelled your same route, most have heard the forest's final salute. The woman, seemingly done with you, wanders off silently into the woods ahead. Within a few steps, she disappears into the fog. You have no choice but to move ahead. Okay, bye, witchy. The forest is a tangled mass of plants and trees. You can barely see 2 feet in front of you. But you have no choice but to move forward as best you can. Every now and then there are narrow openings that appear between the trees. They're the closest thing you have to a path, and it would be natural for Flo to take those turns. So you decide to follow them. 2 openings appear before you. Do you turn left or turn right? You left, number 1, right, number 2. Oh, left, straight in for it. No thought whatsoever. You guys are decision makers. Always go left. Always go left. Vibes. You feeling the left vibes. You're so in sync as well. Okay. We sure we want to go left? Absolutely sure? Okay, I'm closing the pole. We're going left. Turn left. After wrestling with more hanging leaves and tugging through brambles at your legs, you come across another two-way parting in the woods. Do you go left or do you go right? It's another split decision, my friends. Left or right? What will we choose? Left again. 2, Ricky. Oh, Ezra's going back with the left. Okay. Magnus with the 2. We're split. Split decision. We may have to use the dice to decide if we cannot. Any last minute entries, 1 or a 2, go left or go right. Trying to outsmart the forest, going right after saying always left. Yeah, the forest did think that you were going to choose left. Maybe they changed their pattern just for you. Okay, I think we might have to do a dice roll, which is on here. Okay, shall we say 1 to 3 is left, 4 to 6 is right, and we let the dice decide. Ready? Oh, 1 to 3 is left. Maybe that's what the forest wanted us to think, so left is correct. Well, we'll soon find out. Are we ready for left? The dice decided. This can't be right. As the fog begins to build once more, you realise your mistake and turn to go right instead. You've corrected yourselves, don't worry. Go back and go right. Okay. Once more, you find a split in the way ahead. Let me just hide this. 2 gaps appear before you. You've got another choice. Left or right once again. Will you go left or will you go right? You got outsmarted by a tree. Perhaps it's the witch, who knows, controlling it all. Also, I realise we've still got whispers going on. The witch is gone now. Oh, 0. Trees be smart. Oh, we got right. Who knows if this is the same choice from before? You wouldn't know. It's a mystery. These words do be crazy. They do be puzzling. They're twisty and turny. You never know which way you're going. Confused. Don't try to outsmart the woods. The woods will outsmart you. We're going right. Okay. Okay. Knowing me, I'm making turns but going in circles. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we're going right. Let's finish that poll. Right it is. Is it the right decision, though? Your legs are now scratched and bleeding from the brambles, your hair tangled with leaves. You hope you are getting somewhere, but it feels like these woods are never ending. Something about this split feels different than the ones before. To your left, the fog seems to fade from white into a cloudy pink. The pink fog is behaving differently than the one that surrounds you now. It appears in puffs and seems to float like bubbles. To your right, the light transforms from a light midday sun into a dark, grey, cloudy day. But there is an intriguing smell of flowers wafting from the gap in these trees. Which will you choose? You've got more of a hint this time. Option 1, go towards the pink bubbles, or option 2, go towards the floral scent. Should have been making note of these directions, might need them later. What did the witchy tell you? Oh, going to the bubbles. Flowers make you sneeze. Fair. Yep, hay fever is a thing. Pink bubbles. Oh, pink bubbles is winning. We like the pink and we like the bubbles. Wow, overwhelmingly like the bubbles. No one likes the flowers. Everyone has hay fever. Pink bubbles haven't wronged me yet. Seems safe, right? Seems very safe. Okay, I think we're going to the pink bubbles. Right. Through the trees, you emerge into an area of pink fog and bubbles. They float and pop intermittently, dispersing a mist that swirls and evaporates into the air. It feels harder to breathe here, but your way forward is clear, a clean-cut path through the undergrowth. As you walk down the path, a bubble floats in front of your face. Do you pop the bubble, or do you duck under it? Make your choice. You forgot to note what the hat lady said? Big mistake. Big mistake. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, you're popping the bubble. Oh, brave, brave. Okay. Oh, Magna, sensible ducking under. Okay. Who knows what's in those bubbles? It's too tempting. Yeah, you have to boop the bubble. It's just too tempting. It's very exciting. Greggy too. Okay, ducking under. We're tying it up. I can start to see everyone's personalities coming through in this adventure. Don't want to get bubble juice in my eye. Yeah, you know when that soap that hits you in the eye after you pop a bubble? Yeah, that's not pleasant. Yeah. I get you. Okay, do we have a final entry into the voting? Or is it going to have to be decided by the dice? I thought Nightbot was a vote just then. Nightbot, you can vote if you want to as well. It's fine. Painful. Yeah, soap in the eye is not pleasant. Not nice. Okay, do we have to decide by dice then? To pop the bubble or to duck under it? I think we might. In which case, we have 1 to 3 will be pop the bubble. 4 to 6 will be duck under it. I'll take the sting. The urge is too great. I don't get you. It's tempting. Just reach out and give it a pop. Just give it a little pop. Okay, let's roll the dice, friends. Ready? 4. We're ducking under it. Okay, the soap urges have failed this time. I'm making note of everything now. The witch said to recall things, so I'm not being caught lacking now. Good, Greggy. Very studious of you. Okay, we're ducking under it. Nat, you've resisted the urge. Well done. You narrowly avoid the bubble, ducking your head as it floats above. Ouch! A nip at your ankle. A brown rat scuttles away and 2 drips of blood slide down your shoe. You could chase it, but your attention is drawn ahead to a large orange tree surrounded by what appears to be mushrooms. Typo. Good to know. Which will you choose? To continue forward towards the tree or follow the rat? Number 1 to the tree, number 2 to follow the rat. Oh, must follow rat. Did we just get the plague? Yeah, those rats. Ooh, what kind of diseases do forest rats have? He dances from the rat. Okay. Okay, we're going towards the rat. No one's got any phobias of rats. That's good to know. Good. Any last minute votes? I think this might be it. We might be following the rat. Let's go. Follow the rat. You chase the rat with your eyes to the ground, brushing past branches and brambles that tear at your face, arms and legs. You run until the rat disappears into a particularly thick bush covered in berries. You're about to give up hope on tracking them when the rat appears only to nip you on the heel again. They scuttle off too quickly for you to grab them. You survey the area around you and spot the red tree from before in the not too far distance. You head towards the tree with a stinging ankle. Oh dear. Make your way to the tree then. We must go up the cute fuzzy thing into the party. I'm afraid you've failed. There is no way to do that. There is no way. Don't worry. Okay. This rat's doing it on purpose. Defo wants something. Yeah, you might be right. Through the woods, you emerge beneath a large red leaf tree. It is much older and much larger than any of the trees surrounding it. Beneath Beneath this tree, you find a number of hip-high mushrooms, which have been carved into what look like tiny homes. Some have candles flickering in the windows, while others have smoke puffing from an active chimney. Yet, you can see no residents. The little mushroom village is empty of life. In the distance, you see some lights heading up a small hill. Strung between them are party bunting and pastel gradients, like there is some celebration ahead. As you are considering your options, you hear a string instrument start to play. You feel a strange tug and a swaying pulling you from the inside. You wish nothing more than to stand and listen to this song, perhaps even start a little dance. Do you listen to the song, or do you block your ears and run? Any druids? Speak with animals, anyone? Yeah. I tend to ignore the words of rats, to be honest, tend to be quite difficult to talk to, yeah. Oh, Castle Deva's listening to this song. Oh, Ezra too. Oh god, what did the witch say about songs? Are we going to be not famous with the dance? You might be. I don't know, it depends how good your dancing is. How skilled are you? What is the latest harp string music? Dance? More rats? Greggy's going too. Block your ears and run. She definitely said to listen to the music, did she? Obviously a party, yeah. Oh, we're looking like we're gonna listen to the song. Uh-oh. Is that the right decision? Who knows? Rat rave. I think. Oh no, a party. I don't like people. You're absolutely right. People are a bad thing. Okay. Then we listen to the song. What a decision. Steals your soul via dancing. Ugh. You cannot help it. The music is too tempting. It moves you in a way no music has moved you before, physically controlling your arms, legs, waist, pulling you to sway back and forth and then more aggressively spinning, twirling, leaping. You can no longer control it. You succumb to the music and you dance. You dance. And you dance. And you dance. Until you feel you cannot dance anymore, and yet you dance. And you dance. And you dance. And you dance. You have lost all sense of time and your place in the world. You cannot even remember how you came here, who you are. What is this? Why are you moving this way? Your entire self has evaporated in the dance and the music. Your soul is gone. Back to the beginning. Oh no! I didn't think you would enjoy dancing so much, guys. Hurrah! Well done for your first playthrough. That was fun. It was fun, and that I noticed a few things. Rat, I trusted you. Yeah, how dare you, Rat? How dare you? We boogie through it. You know what? It's one of the better deaths in this. It is kind of, a nice way to die dancing forever. You just kind of lose yourself in the music. Again. Well, here's what I'm thinking. Do you guys want to start from the beginning? Or do you want to go back to just before the dance and go from there? Up to you.